Welcome back to fully demonetized Grease Monkey videos. We are 100% viewer supported. I appreciate everybody who supports this channel. I want to think about real quick Julian Assange, Edward Snowden, and Bradley, formerly Bradley, now Chelsea Manning, for coming out and just telling the truth or just exercising their freedom of speech. The new guy, the new fall guy, is Douglas Mackey. And I'm reading this from Rolling Stone magazine just to show you what the other side, quote, the other side is saying. Again, I don't promote or endorse or push the left versus right paradigm lie. It's all just a scheme to get us at each other's throats so that we don't deal with the real problem. But Douglas Mackey is found guilty of violating rights with 2016 memes telling Hillary fans to vote by text. So what is his crime? For posting memes on the internet. And this guy could face 10 years behind bars because people disagreed with what he said and how he said it. A jury has found former internet troll Douglas Mackey guilty of violating people's constitutional right to vote by disseminating memes encouraging Democrats to vote via text in the 2016 election. The decision comes after more than 4 days of deliberations. That they found this guy guilty of just posting memes that people disagree with or found offensive, they're going to say this is unconstitutional. The constitutional thing about it, the clear and obvious constitutional thing, is that he exercised his freedom of speech and now he's going to go to jail for it. During the 2-week trial, the prosecution presented testimony by Microchip, a co-conspirator turned cooperating witness who was identified by only a social media handle. On the stand, Microchip spoke of his mission to sow chaos ahead of the election. Don't both sides do that? Don't we see that from the Republicans and the Democrats? And incidentally, there was this lady right here who did the exact same thing as Mackey, posing as a Trump supporter, telling Trump supporters that they need to skip poll lines in election 2016 and text in your vote. Text votes are legit, she says. This comes from Christina Wong. She does the exact same thing as Mackey, but Mackey's the one who stands trial. Mackey's the one who's declared guilty. Mackey is the one who could go to jail and pay fines, go to jail for 10 years. You know what they got him under? They got him under 18 U.S.C. 241, conspiracy against rights. We have the government constantly conspiring against our rights, and you never see any government agent going to jail for that infraction. But now Mr. Mackey is going to go to jail? Driven by his hatred of Clinton, according to the reporting by the New York Slimes, his account was a major pro-Trump engine of disinformation leading up to the 2016 election. The man behind Microchip has claimed to be a software developer from Utah and in 2016 told BuzzFeed News that he took Adderall to work 12-hour shifts. This Mackey guy, 33, Mackey's 33, testified. Is he what is going on here? Testified in his own defense, saying he'd never intended to trick anyone, the Times reported. As a Trump supporter, he claimed he'd only hoped to catch media attention and get under the skin of his political opponents to potentially rile them up, get under their skin, get them off their message that they wanted to push. Once known to his 58,000 Twitter followers as Ricky Vaughn, Mackey was arrested and charged in January 2021. According to a criminal complaint against Mackey, in the months and weeks ahead of the 2016 election, he and unnamed co-conspirators created several phony campaigns encouraging people to vote via hashtags on Twitter and Facebook, while they joked in group chats that the dopey you-know-what libs would fall for it. Here's a couple of things that the text messages say, but I want to come back to this lady right here. She's escaping any and all prosecution. They never picked her up. They never charged her with anything. People are even this is a meme from Nathan Stoltman. Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture right here, and this picture. They're the same picture, same idea. One guy's going to go to jail, one guy's going to be heavily fined, and the other lady is going to get away scot-free for doing the exact same thing. And I am not calling for, just so I'm clear, I'm not calling for the conviction of this person. This person has the right to exercise her freedom of speech, just like Mackey has the right to exercise his freedom of speech. And really, by extension, this is a message to everybody who would dare exercise their free speech as an American on American soil. You text something they disagree with. You send out a meme they don't like. You send out something against the opposing party, which, it sounds like if they're gunning for you because your politics doesn't line up with theirs, it sounds like it's banana republic territory. It included fine print to make it appear more legitimate. Prosecutors say, quote, paid for by Hillary Clinton for president, must be 18 years or older to vote, must be a legal citizen of the United States, vote by text, not available in Guam, Puerto Rico, Alaska, Hawaii. And it says, according to the federal authorities, nearly 5,000 voters fell for the text ruse. Where's the proof? The government's telling you one thing. Historically, what is it? It's usually the other thing. In opening statements earlier this month, U.S. Attorney Turner Bedford said Mackey set out with unnamed co-conspirators to plan, quote, a coordinated attack. So in the eyes of the government, if you put out specifically a political meme condemning or decrying or mocking the other side, this can be considered by the government as a coordinated attack on people's right to vote. He had significant influence on Twitter. Buford said, having been named the 107th most important influencer of the upcoming election in February 2016 by MIT Media Labs, outranking more mainstream names like NBC News, Stephen Colbert, and Newt Gingrich. Now, what was the criteria that they used to determine that he was the 107th most important influencer? He used his influence on social media to reach as wide an audience as possible with the goal of not changing votes, but vaporizing them, Buford said. Mackey's lawyer, Andrew Frisch, defended Mackey's posts on the basis of free speech. Of course, it's obvious. Everybody knows this. In his opening statement, it is not a crime to vigorously support your candidate of choice. He also said that there's no evidence that Mackey's actions stopped anyone from voting properly. And that's what they would need to do. If somebody's going to make an assertion, if somebody's going to make a claim like the federal government said, hey, 5,000 people fell for this, well, then you're going to have to provide proof. It's not a reality just because you said it's a reality. According to the 2021 complaint, Mackey and his co-conspirators planned their misinformation campaigns in Twitter DM group chats. In groups with names including Fed Free Hate Chat and The War Room, they discussed ways to get the maximum reach, including jumping onto already trending hashtags and appropriating the colors and font of official Clinton campaign graphics to make fake images look more legitimate. In one instance, in December 2015, prosecutors claimed Mackey and co-conspirators messaged each other memes about liberals secretly supporting Trump. It's actually a great meme to spread, Mackey wrote. Make all these you-know-what libs think their friends are secretly voting for Trump. Another user described the plan as a perfect psyops, to which Mackey replied, we've hit upon meme magic, motherlode. And in this Rolling Stone article, there is no mention of the woman who did the exact same thing on the other side, pretending to be a Trump supporter. So what we have here is we've got free speech on the ropes. You are not allowed by the federal government to do something that looks like it might be construed as election fraud. I think if you're too stupid to realize that this is a fake, then you're probably not smart enough to go to the voting booth. But then probably saying that would get somebody into trouble. Leave your thoughts about this. Again, thank you for supporting this demonetized channel. This is 100% viewer supported. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. That's highimpactflix.com. If you want to support the channel further, grab a hard-hitting conversation starting design from the store. You can put on any shirt, hoodie, mug, cell phone case, whatever you want. I will see you in the next video.